Grace, peace, and mercy all. This is Pastor Chris from Spruce Run Lutheran. I just wanted to tell you all about a Bible study opportunity that we're having here. We're going to have a 5-session Bible study, so five weeks of talking about our suffering. So thinking theologically, thinking, from the perspective of faith about suffering. I think this is especially important for us to do at this time because we're on the other side of a very particular type of collective suffering, right? COVID hasn't touched everybody the same, but it has touched everybody, right? We've all been giving up things. Some people have been going just stir crazy. Others have been hospitalized. Others are mourning those who have died, right? So there's a wide variety of sufferings that we've been experiencing. So I think it's a good time for us to look with the eyes of faith at that topic and kind of wrestle with that in community. So with that in mind, the first session will be on April 18th. And that will be at 2:00. Then that same so we do a double up kind of thing. So we do it on Sundays, then again on a Thursday rather. So on April 18th at 2 p.m. we'll be doing our first session. Then on April 22nd at 7:00, which will be a Thursday night, we'll be doing that same session a second time. So if you miss one, you can go to the other, that kind of thing. We're being flexible there. So the first session is going to be about grief. So we're going to be thinking about the various ways that we grieve, that we mourn, that kind of thing, that we recognize that there's something we're missing and what that does to us. Then the second one, we're going to talk about lamentation. So, actively wailing the various bad things that happen. And in particular, we're going to look at the Book of Lamentations. So that'll be the 25th and the 29th. Then the third week, we're going to look at what the wisdom tradition, so Proverbs, Job, and Ecclesiastes, have to say about suffering. That there's 3 very unique ways that those 3 different books of the Bible engage with the question of suffering and why, Lord. So that'll be May 2nd and 6th. Then the 4th session, we're going to be talking about compassion and codependency, that those are sort of similar responses eventually to responding to suffering, right? So especially as somebody is a helper, as somebody is a caretaker, that there comes points where you can end up having compassion fatigue, but also you can consider just what compassion in of itself is. But then also the other extreme is codependency. Sometimes one can get a little too wrapped up in helping and being there for someone else to the point where it's actually unhelpful and even detrimental to both the helper and the person being helped. So we're going to be looking at those 2 on May 16th and then again on May 20th. Then the final session, number 5, is where is God in all of this? So it'll be mainly a review, but we'll also ask the big question of where's God in all of this? And we'll also look a little bit about the theologian Douglas John Hall. He's my favorite theologian, or at least one of my favorites, and the way that he thinks of suffering in light of the first couple chapters of Genesis, and that there are maybe some aspects of suffering that are sort of innate to growth, in individual flourishing. Then there's other ones that aren't. And kind of sussing that out and making distinctions between those 2. And that'll be on May 23rd and then again on May 27th. So that's what we're going to be looking at. I'm looking forward to seeing you all. So it's going to be on Zoom. And if you do not yet have a Zoom link but would like one, please contact the church office either by phone or by email, or even email me as well at pastor.clh@gmail.com. So that's what I have for you all. I'm looking forward to seeing you all for this very unique and very timely Bible study. God bless. Bye.